Okay, cats, how you doing, Math Cats? This Horton. This should be my first video. It's on variables and words and expressions and how to do those things. How to create math from words. Okay, and this corresponds with assignment number 1 on Delta Math. So before we go into it, let me just talk about this for a second. This is a little pre-knowledge that we need to go through. So anytime that you are multiplying variables, okay, and they have exponents, all right, well, that's x to the 1, and that's x to the 1. So x times x, well, 1 plus 1 equals 2, so this becomes x squared. Just make sure you understand that. Another example, y times y. Okay, so y times y, well, 1, y to the 1, y to the 1, 1 plus 1 equals 2. So y times y would be y squared. You're multiplying your variables, but you're adding your exponents. Okay? Third one, let's say I have x squared times 3x. Well, I'm going to split this. It's like saying 1x squared. So 1 times 3 is 3. X squared times x, well, remember, that's x to the 1. So 2 plus 1 gives me 3, so x to the 3rd. So 1 times 3 is 3. You always multiply your numbers. X squared times x, basically like saying x squared times x. That's x to the 1. 2 plus 1 is 3, so that's 3x to the 3rd. Now, one more. I have 2x times 5x. All right, first thing I do is my multiplier. 2 times 5 is 10. X times x. X to the 1 times x to the 1. 1 plus 1 equals 2. So that would be 10x squared. You will be seeing a little bit of this in your homework today on Delta Math. All right, looking good so far. Let me erase. So what we're talking about here is what are words that mean math, and how do we turn those words into mathematical expressions? All right, so let's talk about words. I have add, words that mean add, sum, plus, more than, total, added, increased by. All right, I have subtract. What are the words that mean subtract? Difference, minus, less than, decrease. Those all mean subtract. Now I have the word, for the word multiplication, those words would be product, times, multiply. 5 multiplied by a number x is 5x. So that is how that works. And last but not least, we have quotient, numbers for division. What are the numbers for division? Division is, the big one is quotient. You're going to see quotient a lot. And let me go a little farther on this. So it's going to work like this. If I say the quotient of a number x and 3, the first thing that comes you put on top. The second thing goes on bottom. The quotient of a number x and 3 is going to be the quotient of a number x and 3. X over 3. What if I said the quotient of 5 and a number y? The quotient of 5 and a number y. See how I wrote that as division. Okay? We good so far? I hope so. So, one more time, review those words. You need to know what they mean. Sum, plus, more than, total, added. Increase by means add. Difference, minus, less than. Decrease means subtract. Well, in multiplication, product times multiplied by of. Finally, division. The big word in division is quotient. And whatever comes first, in other words, in front of and, that goes on top. Whatever comes after goes on bottom. All right, so let's take one for instance. Let's say 18 times 5. Okay, 18 times 5. Well, you'd multiply that, and let's see, 10 times 5 is 50. 8 times 5 is 40, so that would be 90. Okay? Let's talk about something a little simpler. The sum of a number x and 3. The sum of a number x and 3. the sum of a number x, sum means plus, so that would be x plus 3. Okay? Sum of a number x and 3 would be x plus 3. What if I said the difference of 2 and a number y? The difference, subtract, of 2, okay? Difference means subtract, and a number y, 2 minus y, okay? Let's say the product of 5 and a number x. Well, product means multiply. The product 5 and a number x. That would be 5x. The product of, and finally, the quotient of 3 and a number m. Quotient of 3 and a number m. Quotient means divide. So that would be 3 over m. Those are some basics, okay? Those would be basics. Now, moving along, let's take it up a notch. Okay? So, here's what I want you to do. I want you to stand up. Okay? Stand up. Alright? Make sure you're standing up. Okay? If we were in my classroom, we'd all be standing in our chairs. I want you to look at this word, than. Alright? See the word than? This is what you do. You're standing there. Whenever you see the word than, alright? It's like the genie. In the word than, what's on back goes to the front. What's on front goes to the back. Alright? One more time. Whenever you see the word than, okay? Whenever you see the word than, what's on the back, alright, goes to the front. And what's on the front goes to the back. So, what's an example of that? Okay, let's say I have 2 more than the product of x and 5. Alright. Oh wow, there's that word than. And what that means is what's on the back is going to go to the front, and what's on the front is going to go to the back. So since 2 more is on the front, that's going to go to the back. Alright? So that means more is plus. So I'm going to put plus 2. And what's on the back goes to the front. Remember, whenever you see the word than, what's on the back, okay? What's on the back goes to the front. What's on the front goes to the back. Alright, so back, front, product of x and 5 goes on the front, okay? And this becomes, okay, x, product, and 5, x and 5, so 5x plus 2. That would be written as 5x plus 2. Remember, what's on the front goes to the back. What's on the back goes to the front. Front was 2 more than, so plus 2. Okay, product of x and 5 is on the back and it goes to the front. Got this so far? One more time. One more time. Whenever you see the word than, what's on the back goes to the front. What's on the front goes to the back. That's how it works. So, we'll do another one. Let's say, 6, okay, 6 less than the quotient of 2 and y. 6 less than the quotient of 2 and y. What's the most important word there? Than. It's right there. Whenever you see that word than, what's on the back goes to the front. What's on the front goes to the back. Well, what is the back? Quotient of 2 and y. Okay, so what is quotient of 2 of y? How do I write that? Well, 2's first, y second, so 2's on top. So the back becomes 2 over y. Quotient of 2 and y, 2 over y. And then what's on the front goes to the back. So 6 less than, 6 less. Less means subtract. So it would be 2 over y minus 6. See how it works? One more time. Whenever you see the word then, what's on the back goes to the front. What's on the front goes to the back. Then you write your equation or your expression. All right, in this case, it's an expression because there's no equal sign. Okay. So that shouldn't be too bad. Just remember, in your homework, when you see the word then, back to front, front to back. All right, now let's talk about square of. So if I say the square of x, well, that's easy. What is the square of x? Well, the square of x is x squared. Does that sound good? We good so far? Okay. All right. What is the cube of x? Cube means to the third power. All right, so that would be x cubed. Not too bad. I think I can figure that out. That's cool. All right, well, what if I say the square of 2? Well, what would the square of 2 be? Square of 2 would be what? 2 squared. And that would be 4. Okay, because 2 times 2 is 4. But that's all I need for today. I just want you to write the words. I don't need you to do the math. Okay, let's take it up a step. Let's talk about twice a number. All right. Twice x. Twice x would be what? Twice means multiplied by 2, so that would be twice x would be 2x. Twice a number x. Got it? Okay, another one. What if I said twice the sum of 3 and x? Twice the sum of 3 and x. Well, first of all, I know I've got twice. Now, how would I write sum of 3 and x? Well, I'm going to basically put it in a parentheses. So twice the sum of 3 and x, well, 3, okay, sum means add, 3 plus x. So twice the sum of 3 and x would be 2, 3 plus x. Twice the sum of 3 plus x. What you should do is you should take the sum part first, okay? So 3 plus x, and then twice that would be multiplying by 2. Does that make sense? All right. What if I said the cube of 6 and a number y. The cube of 6 and a number y. Okay? The cube of 6 and a number y. Well, 6 and a number y. 6 and a number y. Well, I'm going to go, maybe I should make that a little more mathematical. Let me use a math word. The cube of 6 increased by 5. The cube of 6 increased by 5. Well, the cube of 6 increased by 5 would be 6 increased plus 5, and I'm going to cube it. All right? 6 plus 5 cubed. What if I said the cube of 3 increased by x? The cube of 3 increased by x. Well, 3 increased by x would be 3 plus x, and then I would cube it. Got that? All right. Let's do one more, and then we can be done. Let's say I say twice the sum of a number x and 10. Twice the sum of a number x and 10. Twice means 2, but really what I'm thinking of, the sum of a number and x, and I forgot what my number was. Let me think about that. Let me say it one more time. Twice the sum of a number x and 5. Twice the sum of a number x and 5. You should read that as twice, 2 times, the sum of a number x and 5. X plus 5, multiply it by 2. So twice the sum of x and 5. Well, x plus 5 is the sum of x and 5, and then multiplying it by 2. Okay? So there you have it. That's the story. One more time, you need to know these words. Sum plus more than, total added increased by is add, subtract is difference minus less than decrease. Multiplication is product times multiplied of. Division, the big word in division is quotient. No quotient. All right, Math Cats. Get your Delta Math done. If you're not signed up and you're having trouble with Delta Math, you probably need to contact me or go to the web page, go to my Canvas, and look. And if you look at last week, it will take you directly to the link. And my class number, my class code is 418416. All right, y'all have a great day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.